Hello and welcome everyone. Hela was one of the best parts of Thor Ragnarok, and considering she is the long-lost sister of Thor, we might see her again in the MCU. So in this video, we are going to talk about how powerful is she, and some of the crazier things that she has done in the comics that we might see one day play out in the MCU. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will never miss any updates. And with that out of the way, let's get started with the video.
Darling, you have no idea what's possible.
In the MCU, we have already seen she crushed Mjolnir with just her bare hands, and it seemed like she did it effortlessly. Well, Hela first debuted in Marvel Comics in Journey into Mystery issue 102 in March 1964, so she has been a part of the Marvel Universe for quite some time. In the comics, Hela first encountered Thor when he went in search of the Hellbound Sif, and he offered his life in place of hers. This gesture of Thor's seemed to impact Hela, as she allowed them both to walk free from her domain. So that goes to show you, she's not without mercy. One thing that is different in MCU compared to the comics is that in comics, Hela is the daughter of Loki rather than Odin, but still, it was Odin who installed her as the ruler of the dead. But her quest for greater power and control often fueled her escapades in Asgard and beyond. Hela served as Odin's personal executioner and commander of Asgard's army. Together, Hela and Odin embarked on a bloody conquest, bringing all of the 9 realms into Asgard's power. During their campaigns, Hela mounted a giant wolf named Fenris. In battle, she wielded the mighty hammer Mjolnir and her own necroswords. Hela is classified as an Asgardian and has the physical stature of an Asgardian. Hela possesses attributes common to Asgardian gods. She possesses superhuman strength, speed, stamina, agility, reflexes, and durability at levels far surpassing those of the vast majority of either race. Her vast strength has allowed her to engage in sustained hand-to-hand combat with Thor. Like all Asgardians, she too has resistance against magic. Hela has vast mystical powers, which she can use for various effects like limitless astral projection while retaining many of her powers and abilities, firing deadly bolts of energy from her hands which can age or even kill Asgardians, and she can also create grand illusions. But her most powerful ability is her Hand of Glory, a technique that uses mystical energy to enhance the strength of her punch, which can get powerful enough to kill an Asgardian. Hela is highly skilled in various styles of combat, thanks to her pivotal role in years of past wars with Odin. In Thor Ragnarok, where we see Hela give a speech introducing herself to the Asgardian knights, she made it clear that she is the rightful heir to the throne. When the men defied her and pledged to never surrender to her, she fought them all alone and killed hundreds of them single-handedly. That alone goes on to show you how invincible and powerful she really is. Even the most powerful bolt of lightning from Thor barely does her any damage, and Thor even says that he can't kill Hela. Well, now that statement alone goes on to show you how OP she is. But if Thor had the Stormbreaker at that point, then maybe things could have been a little different. But still, we can't say for sure that it would have been enough. As a goddess of death, Hela has a pact with Mistress Death, which allows Hela to claim the souls of any worshipper of the Asgardians and the Asgardians themselves, and take them to her own realm. Hela possesses the ability to travel nearly anywhere within the 9 worlds in an instant, and while Hela's touch is fatal to mortals, and she is capable of stealing their souls into hell, she generally doesn't claim the souls of mortal heroes, unless she finds their souls particularly appealing. Hela also has the ability to restore dead Asgardians to life, provided their spirits have not passed on to the afterlife, but she has rarely used these abilities. Not only that, she has control over the dead almost like the Night King from Game of Thrones. She can command an entire army of the dead including dragons. Seriously, I'm not making this up. So yeah, someone please tell Thor to get some dragon glass. In Thor Ragnarok, when Loki tapped into Valkyrie's memories, he saw the war between Hela and the Valkyries. We find out that Hela conquered and killed every single one of Valkyrie's kind, and Valkyries are supposed to be the most elite troop of Asgard. But all that said, Hela has weaknesses too. Hela always wears her magical cloak which enhances her strength and keeps her young, healthy. The goddess has jet black hair and bright green eyes. Without the cloak, Hela reverts to her true form. In this form, half of her body is healthy and beautiful, while the other half is decaying. Without the cloak, Hela is very weak and can barely move, and her powers are greatly reduced. She is unable to levitate or even stand, and cannot project mystical bolts. Hela doesn't need to wear the cloak. Simply touching it is enough to restore her to her stronger form. The left side of her body appears dead and decayed, though it appears alive and beautifully healthy while she wears her cloak. And with that, we will bring this video to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.